what's up, guys? It's your man Mickele here, and I am here today because we just got such great, overwhelming response to the video for the story that I did surviving the Philippines that I had to do a reaction to it. I did a couple of videos to do a reaction, but what happened was I didn't have the mic on one video, so people couldn't hear me. And the other one, I did post, but I took it down because I was just angry in the video. I was cussing and I ain't want that to reflect me or my family just because there's some people in this earth that's ignorant that's coming to the post and posting, comments that are just crazy. It just made me upset. But at the end of the day, you know what? I can't let that deter me because I have a business. I'm a businessman. People respect me, and I have to make sure that I always show that side in public. So I can't get angry. I can't go off. I can't do the things that I normally would do before in my life because I have greater goals and greater ambitions, and I have people that depend on me. And if my team would have saw that, they would have understand me being upset. But even my advisors been like, "Yo, you should have posted that." You know, what I mean, you can't show your anger to people. So that's just the truth. So I have people in my life that look out for me. I have people in my life that care for me here in the Philippines, and they want what's best for me and my family. So I have to make sure that I reflect that when I do videos and things like that. So, for no further ado, another reason why I want to do this is because there was some comments, there was some things that I messed up. I messed up on a few dates and timelines. So let me just go through a lot of those things right now. I moved to the Philippines in April 2017, 2017 in April. I opened up my barbershop in May 2017. I ended up going back to Hong Kong to a visit a couple of times. But the third time I went back to Hong Kong was when I had the person that I had before and they were cheating on me. That was like October of 2017. I went to Baguio when I came back, and that was 2017. And I also renovated the barbershop for the first time in 2017. So that all what happened in 2017. In 2018, in January and February 2018, I started going to crypto meetings here in the Philippines in Manila because I knew about crypto, but I didn't know really much besides Bitcoin. And when I got into blockchain technology, and I realized that this can change the world, like this is the future, I started wanting to have a business in blockchain technology. But I didn't know any programmers. I don't code myself, and I didn't know anybody in the space. So I started going to meetings and the crypto meetings to meet people and to connect people and collaborate. And through those meetings, that's where I met Mr. Stanley Young, who was a cybersecurity expert, but also was on the board of the Philippines FinTech PH group. So we met, and us being African American, we bonded, and he came with the idea of us doing a cybersecurity company, and that's where NYP came from. And NYP started around March or April of 2018. Yeah, 2018. So that was the business that me and him did. Things didn't go well at that time with the business. A few months later, I think in November of 2018, I actually left NYP and did an internship in December of 2018 for Sterling Tech, and that's where I met my guy CB, who was a person there. He was actually a co-founder of Sterling Tech. I did the internship there for like 2 months through the holiday season and through the end of January, and then that's when he told me about, why don't you try work from home and things like that. So I started working online in 2000 um 19 no 2018. I started working from home, and that was like around February or March. I started my dating group in February of 2018, and I met my fiance in April of 2018, and we started going together officially in May 2018. Around that time, that's where a lot of the drama with the group was going back and forth, and those things were starting, and that was just They're it was just irritating, and it was just down because a lot of things about the group and a lot of things I mentioned before about men and women, there's guys like, oh, don't bring your wife over to America. There's women that play games in the United States. There's women that play games all over the world. Korea, South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Australia. There's women that play games all over the world. It's not just a particular one-sided women. It's not just American women. It's not just Filipino women. There's women, period, all over the world that play games. Now, the Filipino woman, most of them are very humble, very down to earth, very sincere. They'll appreciate you and they'll like you. If they like you, they will love you for who you are. That's if they like you. Now, the situation is that there's a lot of Filipinos or the OFWs who work overseas, and they're in a lot of groups. They dominate the groups. Most of the groups, these dating groups are Filipinos OFWs, or they're Filipino single mothers here looking for men to connect with. And these dating groups, there's dating groups. There's a lot of Indian men, there's a lot of American men, there's African American men, there's white men. Everybody's in these groups meeting these women. They're all over on Facebook. Thousands and thousands and thousands of these groups. Okay, now there's games that are played in these groups. There are guys who are, they know they got a girlfriend at home, but they like chatting on the game in the site, and they'll send a nasty picture to the woman and thinking that the woman will like it. And it ain't just here in the United States. Indian men, a whole bunch of men just send nasty pics to women. All right, there's women that will show body parts and ask for money in these groups also. And some of them do phone sex and things like that for money or just because they like certain person, okay? There is a big majority of people in these groups. A lot of them are not really serious about relationships. A lot of them are not serious about dating. They just want to have their thrills, do their thing. That's what my fiance was saying earlier. That's part of the group because she is true, right? Now, if you're looking for love and you want to find a Filipino woman in these groups, 95% of the women is just, I won't even say 95%. A majority of the women is not even worth your time because they're either single, they're separated, they got a boyfriend, they're lying to you, they may have a girlfriend, depending on where they at, and it's very rare that they want a relationship. And even if you're a female and you try to talk to a male overseas, 95% of those guys are lying to you. They don't even have the money to come over here to see you. And even if they did have the money to come see you, it's very rare that a relationship's going to come out of it. Most men who are good men who have good job, good credit, they're not online looking for relationships. They're not on Facebook looking for relationships. All right. They're dating in their city, or they're on match.com, or there's matchmaking services for people who have money for them to meet, date, and date, right? So most of the men in these groups, a majority of them are older guys. They're like in their 60s, they're retiring, and they're looking to come over here and meet a woman and retire, right? Which is the majority of them. If the guy is in his 20s or in his 30s, maybe there's a few that actually want to find a Philippine relationship and really want to make the effort, but most of them don't even have the money in their life at that time, because when you bring a woman from one country to another country, at least for the United States, say through the K-9 visa, you have to prove that you have a certain amount of income before you even get the visa. That's like a requirement, all right? And the fact that you know, if the woman has kids, then you have to not only get the visa for her, you got to get the visa for the kids. And then what if the kid's father, doesn't want the kids to come? It's just a big mess. So what if the woman's there's no divorce in the Philippines, so most of the people here are separated. And the reason why there's no divorce, so you have to get annulment. And annulments are a lot of money. You're paying like 3 or 4 thousand US dollars for annulment. All right. That and the lawyers gonna charge you because you're a foreigner, and they know that the woman don't have the money. So if you want to get the annulment, you're gonna pay a lot of money. All right, that's point blank. All right. So there's a lot of lies and a lot of deception when it comes to dating in these particular groups. I'm just being honest because I've seen it myself. I met people in groups and things like that. Another thing that I want to get off my chest is that just like I said, just like men play games, women play games, both sides play games. It's not one side or the other, and it is not just Filipino women. There's African American women, there's white American women, there's Native American women, there's Mexican American women. They play games. Like if you're meeting a woman in the United States, you have to have a certain standard because women there can work and they earn a lot of money. So you have to have your credit history good. You have to have you have to have a vehicle. You have to have property. Like these women are looking for men, and their standards is that you got to be up here because she's already here, and you on your pitching or you and your little job at McDonald's ain't enough for her. So then a lot of guys don't meet good women because they just don't have the finances or the status, or maybe they're just, you know, I didn't meet a lot of women. I had women, I mean, I had girlfriends. I'm a video gamer. I'm a crypto guy. I'm a tech guy, and it was hard for me to meet somebody. I didn't deal with the hood rats of the street women, because even if you dealt with those women, you gotta have something for them also. You ain't getting nothing for free. All right. So the guys who are on here on my page talking about, oh, you're not street smart because you did this, it's stupid. Because what are you talking about street smart? All right. Everybody's smart. Everybody just do things in their own terms. The reason why, and this goes back to when I said that I sent money for my ex. Me and my ex was in a relationship, and she didn't have work. She left. Her job ended. Her assignment ended, and the goal for us, the plan, all right, was for her to come to the United States in the K-9 visa. And doing the K-9 visa, you have to pay, you have to submit the paperwork, and it takes time. It takes like possibly 3 to 6 months, most likely 6 months to get approved for the K-9 visa. Then when you get approved, you have to pay for the plane ticket to and back, because you have to marry that woman in 90 days. If she's not married within 90 days, she has to leave the country. So you have to get a round trip ticket if you do the K-9 visa. All right. Go search, research. All right. Now, me and her decided that at first the plan was for her to come to the United States. So she wasn't working. So I sent her money so she could survive while we wait for the visa to get processed for her to come to the United States. During that time, after I sent the money, she spent it, and I was getting frustrated with just living in New York and just seeing how things were going. I decided to move to the Philippines. So I changed the plan. All right, because I felt like, you know what, I can go there, I can have a good life, I can make money, I can start my own business, and then I can just be there. And then if we decide, to get married, we could always apply for the visa in Manila, which takes longer. It takes like a year to get the visa, but we're married, and then they'll process it. And we're here already, and I'll just be here while they process the visa. And then, if we decide to go to the United States, you can go to the United States with no problem. All right. So I didn't send her money because I just wanted to send her money. I sent her money because we was in a relationship. I'm the male in a relationship. She's not working, and of course, if you love somebody, you want to take care of them as a man. I don't care how you are. If you don't do that, then you're not trained. All right. You need to speak to your parents and find out how you're supposed to be a man, because a man takes care of the responsibility. And if you're responsible for somebody, then you have to put your money where your mouth is. All right. So that's what the situation was. That now we broke up. As I said, I named the dates already, and things happen, but it's okay because it was a learning experience. When I met my fiance, who we were going to get married, because we're actually going to put the paperwork in, we're going to finish the paperwork, I think, tomorrow. When I met her, I realized that how good of a person she is, and that she makes me happy, and this is the person I want to be with. So we came together, and she was there with me when I didn't have anything. Like I wasn't working at the time. I was struggling to pay bills, and she believed in me, and she talked me into things to do things better, and I'm a better man for it because of her. All right. So when I take care of my family, it's not just me. It's me and her working together. She stays up and takes care of my son all day while I'm sleeping most of the day. And then I'm working at night to provide, and we work together. We have a plan together. We actually went to the bank today to get a joint account, because I want to make sure if things happen to me, that she has access to get the money to take care of her and my son. Period. And if people don't understand that, if you have an issue with that, if you're a male, you're like, oh man, I'm not giving a woman money, no woman, and this and that, then that's fine as you, but you're not gonna have a real relationship because if you're in the United States, you talk to a woman, she gonna expect you to spend some money. Period. So for all these people that sitting there talking about street smart and this, it's just ignorance. Because if you have a relationship and you're a man, you're gonna take care of your woman. That's your obligation as a man to take care of women. Now, maybe it's changed because it's 2022 and situations change. But here, where I'm come from, how I was raised, if you're a man, you take care of your woman. Now, in the United States, the male and the woman has to work because the cost of living is so high there. But in the Philippines, you don't have to do that. You can live comfortably on one paycheck. If your paycheck is American paycheck, you can live comfortably in the Philippines, very comfortably. All right. My son has never has to want anything. All the bills are paid. He gets everything he wants. My wife gets everything she wants. Everything's taken care of, and I still have, funds to do my business, do my company, and things like that. I did that because I made that decision for my family as a man. Period. When I met my wife, I told her that I would take care of her. And if she comes with me, I'm gonna take care of you because I knew that how my salary was in the United States. That's why I started working for American jobs because I knew I can get good salary and the salary there is tremendous for here, and we live very comfortably. So my wife decided to do the vlog because she wanted to do something for herself, and then if we grow the vlog, then if it becomes to a fact what she earns, and it's all hers, and that's something that she does. But the thing about it is I agree with it because she's still taking care of my son, and plus she deserves something for herself because she sacrificed her job to be with me. She was working, all right, and she came with me. She sacrificed her life because of me. So I have to make sure I sacrifice and do the same for her. Period. If people don't like that, that's fine. I don't really care because I'm not here to please you. I told my story. I told what I went through. My story is gonna be different than everybody else's story because what I went through is different. I had money. I'm not talking about no two or three $3,000. I'm talking about money. All right. And I came with my money over here. Okay. And I decided to spend my money the way I spent my money. All right. I didn't come over here with no 10,000 either. I came over here. I came over here with a big chunk. All right. So I had that in my bank and I decided to live on that and I decided to take a chance and do that with what I had. Okay, but everybody can't do that. Most people don't even make the money I had. All right, so I did things the way I did because I had the means to do it. I always have the means to do it. I always make money. I know how to work. I know how to hustle. I know how to have ideas. I always can get. I will never be without. Period. Because if I am without, I figure out a way to get it because I know how to get it. I'll figure it out. So you cannot be in your position talking when you don't even have nothing for yourself. You don't even know what I had. All right. So at the end of the day, and it's not about bragging, it's about truth. Everybody cannot do what I did because if it was, then every all these guys is in these groups be in the Philippines already. They can't. They can't do it. A lot of people say, "Oh man, I'm looking forward to moving to the Philippines." Do it. All right. I only met. Matter of fact, I've been dealing with dating groups since 2017. I met a few that came to visit, but I haven't met anybody that moved over here. All right, now there has been people that moved over here since then, of course, because guys meet women, they come here, some move here, things like that. But most of the people I've seen here already have already been here before I got here. Like all my expat friends, all my Filipino American friends I talked to, they were here already before I got here. Like they knew before I did, and I don't have anybody that I knew that came after me. I knew that they came to visit, but to move here, no, nobody ain't doing that because your life changes. You guys change your lifestyle. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta understand that living in the Philippines is a whole different monster than living in the United States. You don't get everything. You don't get all the services that you're used to. You don't get the fast service and the customer service and things that you're accustomed to. Is different here. So for those who never been here or haven't moved here, then you ain't got nothing to say because you haven't taken the balls to take your life and move over here. All right. So for all those who are talking Jap, just keep talking. I'm live here, man. I wake up every day. It's either sunny or it's raining. Period. I have my wife. I have my son. We are living good, comfortably. We are blessed. So for those who want to talk, hey, it's on you. But they ain't gonna take my joy because I got my business. I have my wife. I have my son. I have everything that I've done on my own, and nobody could take that away from me ever because I have this right here. As long as I have this, ain't nothing you could do. You can't stop me, period. So good luck to you. Good luck to everybody. Thank you for watching the channel. I think we hit over 50 subscribers today. We started this like 2 months ago, posting videos. So thank you so much for the support with the subscribers. And this is Mikel. We're going to do more videos about the family because I've done these stories and things, and they did very well. And we will do more stories because I do want to hit on some topics about being African American and being in the Philippines and dating. I think those topics need to be discussed. But until then, stay tuned for the Macon Family vlog. We thank you for your support. Thank you for the love and thank you for the blessings. And may God bless you and your family. And please be kind and be respectful. And you guys have a great day.